Hey, Fright Nights, Monster Girls, and assembled members of the Slug Pit. I'm your old pal, Count Jackula from the planet Dracula, and apparently, I fucking passed out near the end of that stream last night. Oh, jeez. Apparently, I've been running myself a little hard. Everyone was saying I was looking tired from the beginning. I was just like, oh, jeez, really? You know, I've been working on a bunch of stuff, some of which the Slug Pit members will know, but you know, I figured that we should probably talk about this whole YouTube restricted mode thing. Now, as some of you know, YouTube has rolled out a new type of, I guess, content identification. And this is obviously as a direct result of children's content getting really popular on the platform. Now, I don't really have a problem with children's content. I believe that you should be able to make whatever it is you make. But right now, these kinds of videos that are just there for fucking kids to just hit and give their parents like some breathing room. Right now, that's big money. So all kinds of people getting involved and they need to put some sort of control on it. And right now, part of that control is this restriction mode. Now, this restriction mode, unfortunately, like all restriction modes, catches a lot of things that probably shouldn't be restricted in the first place. So what everyone from all the Fright Nights, Monster Girls, and Slug Pit members, what you need to do is you need to go to the bottom of the YouTube page, find the restricted mode, and make sure that it is off. I tweeted this out a couple of days ago, but I thought I would make a video just to make absolutely crystal clear that this is what you should do. We deal in horror movies. Horror movies get restricted all the time. So I don't think that this system's going to be any more generous that way. The other thing that you probably want to do is, once again, make sure that you're subscribed. And if you haven't hit the little notification bell, go ahead and hit it. And that will absolutely ensure that you will know when there is new content up. One of the issues with this new content system is that it has unfairly targeted LGBT content. And this is absolutely the thing I'm always worried about when any sort of rating or censorship rears its head, which is it will always fucking target the most vulnerable. It will always do that. No matter if you think that some content should be restricted, the reality is that some content probably shouldn't be restricted, even if you hate it, even if you find it awful, because letting that terrible stuff be around is what allows for the best stuff. And there's no real way around it. I know it sounds really fucking ass backwards, but it seems to be true. Any restriction on creativity restricts from both ends of the spectrum. You know, because what's considered awful and offensive is often just a little too subjective. Trust me, you can't have a video criticizing neo-Nazi speech if you're not allowed to discuss the speech at all. You know, that's the problem. And the thing is that by having people who are willing to criticize it very, very skillfully, that is our defense against it. It's like an immune system, you know, you got to practice it, you know, it's got to get some exercise. Otherwise, the whole body is just vulnerable to like the most awful and vicious sorts of ideas. You know, not all ideas are good and not all ideas, you know, are there to make things better. But by engaging with uncomfortable ideas, even ideas we find to be truly evil, we learn to defend ourselves against them. And that should not be halted. It should absolutely always be engaged with, and you should always try to find a way to maneuver around these things that make you uncomfortable, because that's what makes you a complete person. You know, in a mythological sense, being able to do that is kind of the hero's journey. You're trying to master an unknown world, and sometimes just learning how to fucking negotiate it is all that's required. You know, sometimes it's not much that we need, but without even that little bit, task is impossible. So I've never been for restricting any content, even the worst, because of this. Because the better we are at arguing against it and moving around and through it, just the better we are at fighting the things that we consider bad. And that means, yeah, it has to be allowed, and that we have to let ideas actually fight each other kind of through us and through our mental skill and our emotional flexibility. And I'll be honest, I think everyone absolutely should do this. I think absolutely everyone should try to engage with really, really, really uncomfortable ideas and learn how to argue against it, learn what works, learn what doesn't work. And yeah, you're gonna fall down a million billion times, but that's how you get good. It's like when you suck at a game like Overwatch. Sure, you could blame the other team, but are you really looking at where you're not so good? Sometimes it really is just all about drilling your aim and figuring out how to move and learning the map. Sometimes it really is just that stuff that you need to take care of, and then things just start working for you. You know, I know that we tend to consider ourselves really smart people, so we feel like if we don't understand it, we can't master it, but that's not actually the case. Sometimes you just got to get better, and you get better through the experience of engaging with it. And that's why I've started referring to the streams as an unsafe space, you know, because we have to have a place that people can come to actually combat these ideas. And I think that more and more we're going to be doing that on the stream. We'll still be doing the regular stuff that we have been doing, but I really want to allow for us to really, really talk about stuff that we don't all necessarily agree with, because I think that's going to make us way better and way stronger as people, and I'm kind of all about that. We live in a world right now where the social interaction tone is one of paranoia and fear, despite the fact that the world's never been safer. Crime is down, and especially if you live in America, yeah, things are pretty good. Things are pretty good. Very peaceful, you know, when you get right down to it. Yeah, you got a lot of assholes screaming at you for having the wrong opinion, but I don't think that we make that go down by not dealing with it. And that's definitely something I want to see reduced, like this screaming. It will happen. There's no question about it. It will happen no matter what. But we can learn how to deal with it. We can learn to manage our own emotions and sharpen our own intellects, because I think that's the real secret sauce. I think that's the real magic bullet. We have to be able to observe what really works and what really doesn't. And in my experience, engaging with it is always what teaches you that. It's never through restriction. Until we get to like that Lawnmower Man 2 moment where you can literally kill people through the internet, you know, internet's pretty fucking safe. I'm gonna just tell you that. Now, I want to hear what you guys think about this idea of the unsafe space. You know, so comment on it below, obviously, and I'll definitely be reading those comments. I might not say anything, then again, I might, you know, but I definitely want to hear people's thoughts on this, because that's a dialogue, right? And that's kind of what I'm asking for. All right, Fright Nights, Monster Girls, and various members of the Slut Pit, I am going to sign off for now. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you've got that notification bell fucking active, and make sure restricted mode is off. And I will see you later.
Stick your cock up her ass, you motherfucking worthless cocksucker.